because there is not a checklist. But because supremacy culture sets us up with everything is a to do list, right? Remember yesterday we talked about prioritizing things because everything on that list does not need to get done. Things need to be prioritized so they will get done, but it don't need to be today. Prioritized. But supremacy culture gives us checklists like, oh, here, think. Yes, worship of the written word is exactly it, Andrew, right? And like, there's no fucking checklist to liberation. There's no checklist to freedom. There's no checklist to anti racism. Like, I mean, it's just not, right? Like, for me, now there's going to be other people that will could give you, 3 steps to this. And yes, those things work, but the embodiment is what makes it evolving and what makes it ongoing. It's okay to start with, I need 3 ways to do that. I share things like that too. I need 5 talking points on how to speak about when someone is being homophobic, when someone's being ableist. I can help you with that. That's not a problem. That can't be the end of it, right? But I read White Fragility and I joined the book club and I took a workshop and I listened to Desiree for 36 hours and I joined this and okay, how are you living that? How are you living that authentically, right? Like, is that a part of your everyday life? Are you actually embodying it? Is this who you are becoming, even if it's not who you are right now? Or are you just doing this in a checklist? Are you just having these conversations with people who are also doing the work, which therefore creates an echo chamber and you're not actually practicing your praxis outside of your safe bubble? That is the question, right? So, liberation work isn't a checklist. It's an ongoing process of learning, reflecting, and adapting. What works today may need to evolve as communities and contexts change. As an example, a group revises its community agreements annually to reflect new insights, challenges, and lessons learned, right? Me and my tiny humans are going to have to sit down. For one reason, the punk ass toddlers decided to draw all over our community agreements. They're like, oh, look at this blank space. Let's fill it in with pretty colors. So that makes it a little illegible. So we're going to be redoing that. But people have grown. Has this worked for us? Right? Like, okay, when I say, yeah, uh, when I say, I explained that how to love me, we have like certain categories. How to love me. I also have those worksheets if you need that. Like how to love me. What does that look like? And mine is to trust me. They have not understood that what I mean by trust me is when I say something to it, right? Like if I'm like, hey, get up and go, you should get up and go. You got to trust me because there's a reason why I'm not giving an explanation. Trust that I would give you an explanation if I could, right? So we're working on that. And now they've changed, they've evolved, they've grown, they've become different people. Is this still the same way to love you? Is this still the same way that you want to be spoken to? Let's revisit some things, okay? Because now you guys are cursing and it's getting out of fucking whack, okay? Like I heard you cursing your sister out. We're not doing that. So do we need to revisit the ability to do that? These things evolve, they change. This is why it can't just be a checklist. Because I could easily turn around and say, well, last year we did our community agreements and that was it.